There are a lot of very popular project cars out there. 350Z, the Mustang, the Miata, the Volkswagen Golf. And although they do deserve the spotlight, there are some hidden gems that I want to share with you to make sure they're not overlooked. What's up, everybody? My name's Caleb with Black Pearl Media, and this list is not going to be budget in mind because I don't believe that budget necessarily dictates what a project car is. Let's get into all these underrated project cars. Starting this list out strong with the Toyota MR2 Spider. This little frog looking machine comes equipped with a 138 wheel horsepower, 1.8 liter 1ZZ engine, which is admittedly not too impressive, but when you take into account that the whole thing weighs less than an NB Miata, you start to see why the MR2 is a good candidate for a project. Now, its other little party trick is that the 1ZZ engine is mounted in the back. Now, this makes it susceptible to snap oversteer, which a lot of people blow out of proportion, and is not something I think you guys should really be afraid of, because it simply isn't as bad as what people make it out to be. It's just something to be aware of, but there is also a load of modifications that can help you tame that down and turn this into an absolute track beast or just a back road ripper. And I mean, look how cute it is. Look, it's smiling, those big beady eyes. What's not to love? The Volkswagen Corrado is known by the die-hard Volkswagen fanboys, but I don't think it gets enough attention from the masses. In fact, I've only seen like 2 of these in person and would absolutely love to see more people pick these up and bring them out, bring them to life, and just have fun with them. I think they're super underrated. Super lightweight, and it comes with a 5-speed manual transmission and a whole slew of engines, from a 1.8 supercharged inline 4 and a 2.9 liter VR6, which is making 188 horsepower. I would love to get myself behind the wheel of one of these things. Also, the styling is very unique. I love the look of it from pretty much every angle. From the rear is amazing, and the front quarter shot is so good. And oh my gosh, they have it in yellow, and I am drooling. I'm not even a big German fan, but I definitely get a Corrado. Now, for this next underrated project car, the fan base does not want people talking about, because they like this car. They don't want to see the values skyrocket. They want to see these prices stay low. Luckily for them, I don't think I have that kind of reach. I do want this video to do well. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. But I don't really have that kind of pull. So if it is a dud video, then you guys are safe. The MGB you can get at a super cheap price, and it is very, very fun for the money. Yeah, it might only have 100-ish horsepower, but it is a drop top. It's got cool designing. It's got British racing heritage, and it is just a cool car. And there's actually a very committed group of people behind these cars. So if you get into any of these British, roadsters, there is a community behind it where they can tell you everything about these cars, because they seem to be obsessed and know all details about these cars. What parts are compatible? How do you make it faster? Can you do swaps? All this stuff. There is a lot of stuff available in this very untapped and underappreciated project car area, or chassis, however you want to say it. But the MGB is definitely on my list of very underrated project cars. What do you guys think down in the comments? What do you think of the MGB? Anybody got a long commute to work and looking for a good commuter car that can also be turned into something pretty fun? Well, then look no further than the Mazda 2. Now, a friend made me aware of these vehicles because I was doing research for this. I didn't even realize this car existed, and I looked at it and I was like, really? That is your underrated project car? The thing looks so bland. But then I saw it on suspension and wheels, and I started to change my mind. And the more I did some digging on it, I found out that a lot of people who own these cars really do enjoy their driving aspects. They're a lightweight car that gets really good gas mileage. It's pretty reliable from Mazda. The looks are kind of meh, but you know what? Like I said, you put some wheels, tires, suspension on this thing, and it actually starts looking pretty good. Power level, again, is around 100 horsepower. Depending on the generation, you also can get all-wheel drive, standard equipped, and some people even take this out for rallycross, and that sounds like an absolutely fun time to me. So if you want to get something that definitely nobody else has at your local car meet, definitely check out the Mazda 2 and have a blast. Next on our list is the Mozerati 4200. With a maximum top speed of 177 miles per hour and a curb weight of 3,600 pounds, the 4200 GT has a 4.2 liter V8 that's naturally aspirated, and it's actually pretty reliable for a Maserati. Let's be honest, they don't have the best reputation with their reliability. I don't think it gets enough love. I don't think it gets enough attention, but it is something special and something I think is underrated when it comes to a project. I mean, it makes almost 400 horsepower at 7,000 RPMs. It's definitely not something you see every day. And the interesting thing about it is, check out some of these body kits that are made for the Maserati. It just seems like such a unique car to have an aftermarket support like body kits and different performance parts. And I would definitely not know what it was at a car show. And that's kind of cool for me, because after seeing the same kind of cars over and over, like, okay, it's another Honda S2000, it's another Mustang, it's another Corvette. It's kind of fun to see something new. Now, I know that the Porsche 928S has a very niche group of following, and I have seen it a little bit more on social media, but I want to help with that rising crowd of this Porsche to the top, because I really think its unique styling, the pop-up headlights, and all of its little details make it a very unique Porsche that I don't see around very often. And honestly, anybody who doesn't like the design of this car, you probably shouldn't be friends with them. Is it Porsche or Porsche? Porsche or Porsche? Age-old question. Drop it down in the comments. What do you think? It's not a slouch in the power department either. It's running a 5.4 liter V8 cranking out 345 wheel horsepower. That's not that bad. And that paired with some good suspension will make it an absolute track monster, or just a very, very, very quick car on the back roads, and a very unique car at your local car shows. Next on our list is the Honda Del Sol. Now, I don't think that this car is necessarily underrated for a project car. It's just that they need to be rescued and brought back to life. For years, these cars were the top option for anyone on a budget, and were scooped up as a first-time project car by people who didn't really take care of them. They loaded them with crappy mods before selling them over and over and over again, switching hands with many different people until they just look like a pile of junk in the backyard of somebody and just forgotten. This keeps a good portion of the market pretty rough, but with a little bit of love, you will help preserve a cult classic coupe with a lot of character. Some even come with a trans top. I saw that in real life, and I had to pick my jaw up off the ground because I had no clue that it would do that. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Also, it's super light and compact, so that 1.5 really is a lot of fun. The aftermarket support for a Del Sol is absolutely incredible. From suspension to forced induction, the Del Sol is a project car that can be turned into anything that you want. Literally anything. Whatever you think of doing, it's probably been done in some capacity, and somebody can help you. Want to take it off-road? Probably somebody done it. You want to make it crazy fast? Somebody's done it. You want it to be a track weapon? Somebody's built it. So you don't have to do all that R&D. All those parts are out there. Huge support, huge community. Go save yourself a Del Sol, please. They're worth saving. We're going to cap this list with the Mazda RX-8. Now, I know that this one is in the limelight already, but I don't like it. I don't think many people like it. I think a lot of people think they're extremely unreliable and that rotary engine sucks. That's a hot take. Not really. And I don't mean to offend all you RX-8 boys out there. I actually do like RX-8s quite a bit. I think they look really good. I think they sound really good. I think their chassis is very, very good. But here's the thing. I'm a reliability guy, and the reliability of that engine is just not my thing. I want a vehicle that I can just drive the heck out of, forget oil changes, whatever, and it just runs. It just, every time you turn it on, you never have to worry about it. The thought's never in the back of your head. Now that I've probably pissed a lot of people off, I will say that the chassis itself is fantastic, and you can get a roller for between $500 and $2,000, which makes this a fantastic project car for either swapping another rotary in if that's your thing, or a V8. Throw in a nice V8. There's plenty of engine bay room for that. Lots of people have done it, and it makes it a very, very awesome chassis for anything you want to do with it. I've seen them at autocross. I've seen them drift. I've seen them at car shows. I've seen them stance. I've seen them do a lot of things. So they're super versatile. They have a lot of aftermarket support, and I think that's why they are an underrated project car. I think the masses think that this is a very unreliable engine, but without that engine, the car is phenomenal. Do with that information as you will. Drop a comment if you really like the RX-8, and if you have over 150,000 miles on an RX-8, I definitely want to hear from you guys. It has to be on the original engine though. That's what I want to know. But that's my list, guys, for the most underrated project cars in my opinion. If you guys like this video, please let me know. I haven't done very many videos like this, and I want to get some feedback if this is something you're interested in. Should I make more of these videos? If not, definitely let me know as well. If there's any cars that I missed and you think should be on a list, drop those in the comments below as well. While you're down there, like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate you guys watching through if you're still here. I will see you on the next video.